The following clips were designed to give students the proper knowledge and skills needed to perform during an emergency. As a rescuer, you'll encounter a variety of emergencies that often arise with little to no warning. As a rescuer, it's up to you to always be both mentally and physically prepared. When performing the following techniques, an adult is considered anyone above the age of 12. A child is someone between the ages of 1 and 12, and an infant is anyone below the age of 1. Before we can give actual assistance to those that are in need, we must be able to recognize an emergency has occurred. We usually do that by using one of our 5 senses. We can use our sense of sight to take into account location, position, and even the mental status of the victim. Are they lying on the ground? Do they look motionless, dizzy, faint, or confused? We can use our hearing to take into account sounds, someone yelling, crying, or screaming out for help. We can use our sense of smell to take into account smoke from a fire or even gas from a gas leak. We can use our sense of touch to take into account temperature, such as taking the temperature of the victim or feeling a door before entering a room. And lastly, our sense of taste to take into account an allergic reaction where someone may have ingested chocolate or peanut butter. Now that we've been alerted to the possibility of an emergency, we must perform what is known as our primary survey to further assess the situation. First, we'll survey the scene, making sure that it's safe for us to enter, safe for us to start giving care, and that we properly identified all victims. We don't want to blindly walk into the scene, cause injury to ourselves, start giving care in an unsafe environment, or overlook any victims that we didn't see at first glance. If the scene seems to be unsafe, we must relocate the victim to a safer environment by using either the walking assist for a conscious victim, the foot drag for an unconscious victim, and the clothing drag for a victim that may be suffering from a spinal injury. Once we properly scan the scene, we must check the victim for consciousness. We do this by first shouting, "Are you okay?" If the victim doesn't respond, repeat, "Are you okay?" If they still don't respond, kneel down to their shoulder and shake it to the amount that someone that was sleeping would awake. If they continue not to respond, quickly look up and down their body for any signs of severe injury, such as severe burns or severe bleeding. If the victim is an infant, tickle their feet or pinch them for any reaction.